Today I'm going to be reviewing these Grill Trade Fire Starter Squares. Now these are designed to have a burning time of 8 to 10 minutes, and there's 144 squares here in this box. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to light one of them on fire here inside of my fire pit, and I'm going to see how long it actually takes and how long it will actually burn for. When you first open up the box, this is what it's going to look like. So the 144 squares are going to be these individual squares here, and there's going to be a bunch of different packs of these going all over the way down to the bottom. So it should be 8 to 10 minutes for each one of these squares. So let me open one of these up and break one off. Now you can see here it's not exactly easy to break one off evenly. You can kind of see how that one kind of shredded across the bottom here, and so it just kind of pulled out. I'm not sure what these are made of. It feels like almost like a NDF or particle board type thing, or like some sort of foam like that, but we'll see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and light it here. I've got an electric lighter, so I'm going to see if that works with actually lighting this on fire. So I just got to sit right here. I've got my electric lighter, and I'm going to see if it will light. And yes, it did. I'm going to go ahead and leave it kind of just laying there like that. I am going to set a stopwatch here on my watch, and then we'll see how long it lasts before it burns entirely out. So just past the 8-minute mark, and it is out. Still smoking, but no actual fire coming from it. So on the box, it does say 8 to 10 minutes. That is accurate. It does last that 8 to 10 minutes. Now, I did have a little extra sliver. I'm not sure if that gave it any extra time or not. And truthfully, if I wanted to, if I had something small enough, I could still use this to start a fire with, because there's still going to be hot embers and things, as you can see from the smoke coming off of that. But the active flames did stop right around just a hair after that 8-minute mark on there. Now, these do not say that they're waterproof or anything like that, but I did want to kind of test and see if they're going to float in water. So I've got a bucket of water that I'm going to put one into here just to kind of showcase that, and then see if it's still able to light after leaving it in the water for a bit. Now again, these don't say that they're waterproof, but if you happen to have some and drop them into water, I wanted to see if they float, if they'd still be usable afterwards, that sort of a thing. So let me go ahead and drop one there in the water. I'm going to set a timer here on my watch again. I'm going to leave it sitting there for 5 minutes, see if it sinks after a certain amount of time, see what happens. And then 5 minutes in, I'm going to put it back over here in the campfire and see if it's able to light. So it's been in the water for 5 minutes here, as you can see on the timer, and it did float the entire time. So these are going to float. Now I'm going to take it out of here, put it into the fire pit here, and see if I'm able to light it. So I'm again using that same electric lighter here to try and light the different parts of it. I'm going to try the edge, as that's where it lit pretty good last time. And it flamed up there for a second, and then the wind looked like it blew it out. So definitely not staying lit like it did when it was dry, which again, I don't believe this thing is designed to be waterproof at all. Let me try one of the other sides here. I'm getting some flame out of it despite the fact that it was in the water for 5 minutes. So that's actually encouraging to me, as I really feel like if I gave this time and let it dry out, that it would probably light back up. The fact that I'm actually getting flame on it, even with this electric lighter. And got a little bit tiny flame there, not a whole lot. So if this is actively wet, it's probably not going to work for you. But I'm guessing that if it gets wet and then you give it time to dry out, that it will still work. So overall, definitely pretty happy with these fire starter squares. The fire that they put out isn't the largest in the world, but it does last at 8 to 10 minutes like they say that it does. So overall, pretty happy with them.